Hello, 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 Kevin.
Good afternoon, Jeanette. Welcome to our showroom.
Oh, I'm super duper excited because we get to see something new today. Oh, by the way, everybody out there watching on the live, it's Fast Facts and Features with me, the brand ambassador, Jeanette. Just a little excited because that looks like Charlie Brown's t shirt behind you, Kevin.
Yeah, this is not quite done yet, as you can see. Oh, it ends there, but we have been talking about the new Riva hardwood
Hmm.
display from Spain, and not done, but we thought we'd give you a little sneak preview of what is going on, and that includes this beautiful drawer system down here,
Ooh.
full-size panels in here. Yeah, this has been a fun. As I have time, and as my colleague Daniel has time, we've been working away on this. It's been taking longer than we had hoped because we don't have a lot of free time. But yeah, what do you think about this? I'm going to step back a little bit so you can get a sense of the global area when you come into the store. So
Oh,
it's
I know
got its own.
exactly where that was. Is that
Yep.
not where Bill was? His desk was at once upon a
Yeah,
time.
that was Matt. That was Matt actually once upon a
Okay.
time, and Matt is still with us, sitting over there. So we just got the two workstations, and we ended up moving this into additional showroom space.
Love
It's
it.
gonna look really cool. So it's got its own little corner. We're gonna have a first for ethical flooring too, which is they have a backlit LED logo with the
Hmm.
Riva logo, which is gonna go directly onto the black herringbone floor that you see up there.
Right.
So you're gonna have a black background with a lit LED Riva logo on top. So and then we have
So,
that's all
so a
done. We're
couple
just waiting for
questions.
the sign. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a couple of questions, and I can't remember if I asked you that. Probably not. As I'm thinking about it. So around time, I fall in love with that floor like I am. Just before we came on, I was saying this girl loves a herringbone floor. It's just to me, it's
Mm-hmm.
classic but elegant but modern, all in the same breath. So what's our turnaround time that I fall in love and that you can get that floor in for us?
For something that is a little bit specialty like this, we're usually looking at around the 8 to 10 week
Okay.
range. So the floor is made in Spain. A lot of it is stocked in Miami
Oh,
and or
okay.
California. So the intention is to have U.S. stock, and if it isn't stocked, then it's pretty quick to get it up here. It's just a matter of getting installers available, but for any larger project, we typically want to allow that 8 to 10 week window to comfortably get all of our materials in, get the installer that we want, make sure that
Mhm.
they're free. Um, yeah, there's nothing worse as a project manager than trying to ram something in a short time frame, right? And you're kind
Mhm.
of scrambling and you're playing catch up from the get go, and there's just a lot of anxiety involved in that. So if at all possible, we always say pre-order early, give us time to get everything lined up, and there's a much higher chance that everything's going to go smoothly.
Okay, so I come in and I pick out a floor. What does the sample look like that I get to take away into my own environment at home? Do you have that for this line?
Yeah, so it depends on the brand, but yeah, for this line here, so we have. I'm going to see if I can get my phone. We have all of our sample cuttings
Oh,
cataloged here.
okay.
So we'd have, there we go, something like that. We have quite a few of them. So if you wanted a bigger piece, you could take a couple of them for sure. And then sometimes even with that, after people have confirmed, yeah, that's the color that I like. It's not uncommon that sometimes our sales rep will bring the full size
Hmm.
sample panel with them. We can't leave that with the client because obviously this is part of our showroom. But
Hmm.
when they come to do the measurement or do the consult, sometimes they can bring the panel with them, see the large size if that's just kind of the last step that's needed before they say, yes, this is what I want to go. But most of the majority of the showroom we're moving into the sample cutting,
Hmm.
like the handheld size, and that way that all of the samples remain in the showroom. So when
Yeah.
you come in to browse, this was always a perennial problem, was that all of your best colors, if you lent them out, were always out.
Yeah, true
So the
enough.
next client to come in and say, "Oh, I'm looking for a light beige hardwood floor," you're like, in your mind, the client before you just took 6 of them. You're like,
I,
okay.
I know just the floor. Let me call the person who has it last so they can
Hmm.
go pick it up. Okay, and
You have
something else.
no idea how many times I've done that. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I remember as a project manager doing that. So, Kevin, I know one particular item that why you love Mirage and we love vintage flooring and the samples that they give you. Now,
Hmm.
are the small samples, are you happy, or the handheld samples that are you happy that that is indicative of what the floor is going to look like?
Yeah, I mean, that's why for sure we want to use at least a couple of them.
Hmm.
And we want to ensure that the client sees, at least in the store, sees the larger sample panel because, as you know, wood is a wonderful, natural, beautiful thing. And every plank is unique, which is exactly what we want in a wood floor. And
Right.
that's opposed to the synthetic floors like the laminates and vinyl planks, where sometimes every fourth board repeats its look. So wood in nature is the opposite of that, but yeah, you're always going to get more variation than you can see in a small sample,
Hmm.
even more variation than you can see in a large sample.
Hmm.
So most of the wood manufacturers now, Mirage and Vintage for sure, they have room scene generators to take a floor and superimpose it, into your house or whatever you take a picture of. And we recommend those. They're not always so good for color because color on a computer monitor
Hmm.
can be off, right? But it's definitely to get a sense of the variation that you might expect in the floor. So I've had clients where we've, say, for instance, had a character grade Mirage, and we sent them the room scene generator, and they're like, "Ooh, no, that type of nodding was not what we had expected, or not what we wanted." So
Hmm.
that's great to know beforehand. You don't want to find that out
Right.
at the end. So yeah, we're very detailed about making sure that the client has
Okay.
a broad sense of what it is that they're getting.
So, what is the wood that is used for this, the top lamella, as
Hmm.
well as what is our finish on this particular line?
So everything is white oak in this line. That's the
Okay.
beauty about the Riva. It's a very simple line. Everything is white oak. There's 12 colors available.
Hmm.
And from there, you can basically just pick your width of plank from 6 3/4 inches all the way up to 10 inches. And you can pick your grade. So they have either a character or a select grade. So it's really kind of just a modular pick your color, pick your width, pick your grade, and away you go. And I
Okay.
think that'll be a lot of people are overwhelmed by the choice of purchasing hardwood floors, and that's part of the reason Mirage has had so much success too. Is that
Hmm.
ability again to pick your width, pick your grade, pick your color, and then even including the rift and quarter, which Riva does not offer, but Mirage and Vintage do.
Hmm.
So even with them, you get to pick your cut of wood as well too. And for our client who's typically looking for a nice, a nice product to spoil themselves, so to speak, having that level of flexibility and to get exactly what they want is proven to be really
Hmm.
popular.
And what's our finish?
It's polyurethane, so
Okay.
typically, yep, typical, no maintenance, no oil maintenance. A lot of products out of Europe are UV oiled. This particular floor is just standard polyurethane, so any Bona type product will maintain it. And yeah, so it's meant to be very simple to choose and to live with. They offer the options obviously with the herringbone, which you can see behind me.
Gorgeous.
Um, so yeah, it's an exciting line. That we love the simplicity of it. We love that it's a la carte to a certain extent.
Hmm.
That's kind of who we are as ethical flooring. We're not so big into commodity type products that are just kind of mass
Right.
produced for everybody. We really love it when, and our clients love it when they get to pick, their dream floor. And when you're picking your dream floor, it's kind of like if I were to build my dream Porsche, I'd want to pick the options that I want on it, right? So
Yes.
we offer that to our hardwood clients for sure.
Well, I love this. What was I thinking? You are the opposite of what they call in the fashion industry of fast
Yeah.
fashion. you are long fashion with the floorings that you guys stock there. It's ethical flooring as well as get in. So super excited. So how about next week we get into, you go back up to your desk, and if you can bring a couple of those handheld samples so we can see what the lamella looks like, what the back form, the platform I should say, and also the sheen. So we get a little bit of education next week on what the floors
Awesome.
all do.
Yeah, I'd love to. And yeah, we've been cutting some of them apart to just look into the core materials and whatnot, and it's actually kind of fun. So I'll definitely bring some props next week.
Perfect. So, and again, third Wednesday of the month. So I'll see you and your lovely family at Night Shift Street Ministries in the next couple of hours.
You bet. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Jeanette.
Bye-bye, everybody.